Welcome to Railway Empire 2 Fundamentals.
All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Let's Learn Railway Empire 2 together. We are playing Mission 3. This is our fourth episode on Mission 3. So you get your money's worth on these missions. We had just gotten these new tasks. We bought the beer industry in Topeka, and that got that one knocked off immediately. So now we have to found two cities. We've already done Dodge City, that was up here. So we are founding Oklahoma City down in the Indian Territory. And we have to grow our total number of citizens that are connected to our rail network to 375,000. We're now a little under 320. So we've got a ways to go here. Over 55,000 people we need to add. So let's think about where we are. The Oklahoma City thing is just basically done. We have one more load of lumber, and that should be like right there. There we go. There, those are all for Oklahoma City. So that task is done. If we had other trains on that line, we had two more trains on that line, we're going to delete and very carefully delete the train. And then we're going to look at number one, and the other one that has now become number two, used to be number three. We're going to delete that train and leave that one running, of course. And he's going to finish off that task. Then we're going to, let's see, 254. Well, let me back up. The way I want to approach this is, if you look right now, we've got double digit, I'm calling it, double arrow growth in Topeka. We've got single arrow in Wichita and Kansas City. We've got double in Omaha and North Platte. We've got a business opportunity in North Platte. And we should have, we've got a business opportunity in Dodge City. Now, the sooner we could get that business opportunity up and running, the better off we'll be. So I want to build this up. I want to get Oklahoma City and Dodge City. Once this is established, which won't be long, we'll have two cities here. I want to build a type of three-city cluster here. Really, it's a two-city cluster, Dodge City and Oklahoma, with Wichita is contributing the meat. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually set up a warehouse right here in a central area, have an automatic line running like this, and then automatic pass-through line running Dodge City over to Oklahoma City and through like that. We'll build track here and clean this up. And then we're going to run our items like wood and grain and sugar and corn into the old Thomas the Tank Engine here. So that's going to be our storage. They'll pass through. That will allow both these cities to get the basic needs they need for small city growth. And we should be able to get both of them up. Right now you can see Dodge City's diminishing. Now why is that? Because it needed practically nothing as a settlement. All of a sudden now it needs beer. It needs corn. It needs sugar, which it actually is getting overland. It needs cloth. It's got all these needs that it didn't have before, right? So we're going to try to get the quick little two-city cluster with a helper set up here. I'm also want to show you how to use a hotel. So we're going to set up a hotel here, and I'll talk about why we want to do a hotel here, or why it's not a bad place to put one. And then we're going to look at this and say, well, geez, we're hitting critical point here. Notice how it's down to 66% fulfillment, and that's with a library. So we're really not great here, okay? And what's happening is this. Here's what happens to you when these cities get into these larger stages. You're getting all these manufactured products. Now, salt is just straight from a mine, but past the fruit, everything here other than the salt is a manufactured good, and there's even going to be more coming. We've already got Wichita up to 75,000 people, and we've got Kansas City up to almost 80,000, and it's the same deal with them. They've got all these things now that they need, they're not getting. So our demand fulfillment here, even with the libraries, only 71. So it's really only 61. If we didn't have a library, we would barely qualify for growth in Kansas City. And I don't think we'd even, and here we wouldn't even be growing if we didn't have the library in Wichita, because it's given us 10% demand fulfillment just by being there. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to get some more goods in here. For example, if we look at the flow of goods for vegetables, we've got it right here. We're getting good satisfaction in Topeka, but very, very little in Kansas City, very little in Wichita. We're going to fix that with some trains and all that good stuff. And we're going to fix that and make sure we can get that in there. And then we've got to think about strategy for how we can do more of this. But what we're not going to do is focus too much on that, because it's more important that we get these little cities growing, because they will grow really fast and bring us people in quickly. We've got a settlers bonus here. We can add one in Oklahoma City and get that line going as soon as we can get all the raw materials in here. We'll be good. So let's just focus on that first. Then we'll go over here, play with this, and then I've got some track cleanup stuff I want to do up here based on comments that folks have made. All right, so let's get this set up so that we can make it work. Let's have a line like this that comes over and plugs into Oklahoma City. And let's double track that back over and in like that. Okay. Set our signals. Now, what I want to do is actually, I want to take this line and plug it in here like that. And then I want to actually delete that line. Then reconnect like this so that we're now, so now we're ready to go straight up there. We could redo this to share a supply tower, but I'm just going to put one in the middle of this, in the middle of this. Okay. So we want to get a warehouse right here. And we're going to take, there should be one train here. Here we go. The one that used to go to Oklahoma City, we're going to reconfigure it now to just go to that warehouse. And he's saying, well, based on that, we can't do anything. No, that's right. Let's go to our warehouse and let's go. We want grain, we want corn, we want this. We'll take meat. We don't need beer. I'll show you why. We do need the meat. We need sugar. And what would be the next thing up would probably be milk. So that would be perfect. Let's see. Let's look at the wood over here and see what we've got. We've got two lines here. This one is going to Dodge City. Now we want to actually change it. We want to drop Dodge City as a destination and tell it to come over here. So see the line it's going to take for us. That's nice. That would be out of track 2. So let's go ahead and just to be set. Well, it's already set that way to go out of track 2. Perfect. And that's 22 days. Now 22 days, if we apply the rule of 50, would basically satisfy a demand of 2, and we're getting demand of 0.2. So we should be just fine with that. And given that, we're going to have this train run probably at least 4. Okay? So there we go. And this is an error that Johnny pointed out. Thank you, Johnny. Well, I kept going, what in the world? Why is it giving us an error here? Why is it, well, it's not an error, but why is it giving us a warning about that single track? I thought, was it something here? It's actually right here. It's a little hard to see, but this section of track right there did not have directional signals, so it was bi-directional, and that's what it was telling us, that you had kind of a mixed line between your single direction and double direction track. And the game doesn't really like that. The game really wants you to double track everything. You do not have to, of course. There are ways around it, as we've done up here and we've done over here, but the game really wants you to be a double tracker. Okay, so we've got wood coming in to this. We've got grain coming in. Let's get I guess the next raw material would be the sugar over here. So let's go over here, take this sugar. I'm going to cut off that end of the line. And what we're going to do here, this is the one that goes out to Topeka. We're going to just pop it over into another platform, get a little bit of money, and build that. Then we're going to build a line from here, pick up the track that goes out to Thomas Station. Now you notice we're having a hard time going through there, but if we touch that, we're fine. So I think what we'll do instead is we'll start at this end. It's much easier. And kind of parallel that station and just run right out like that. And then in like so. And then let's make sure we don't have a slow 0 and max. That's 2 and max. That's pretty good. So we'll speed it up and get that done. And we'll also take a quick look at our research while we're here. Let's see, it looks like we got everything back through here unlocked except that. So why don't we, I'm tired of going backwards, so let's just save up, and next month we'll be able to get that research done and get that behind us and not have to go back there and look anymore. So we're waiting for a little bit of money, waiting for one of our good trains to come in. There we go. And then we will double track this. Well, actually, we've got it going out. Now, what I want to do with it now is I want to come out of here and I want to double track it. The game wants you to double track. I like double track. Why wouldn't we double track this? So we'll go like this, we'll go like this, we'll build it, we'll set our signals, and then what I want to do is set up, because of where that sugar is located, we might as well take advantage of it a little bit and double track a little connection here, set our signals, and then what we're going to do is set up a line that runs from the sugar to our distribution center and then back to Dodge City. And we want it to run out of track, nope, not C2, put it over there, 1. We want it to run out of track 1. We want it to run full. But when we come back to Dodge City, we want you to be empty. So we don't want you having anything carrying on, like we don't want you to come here and come out with something you're meant to take over there. There's other lines to do that. So we want you to have a full sugar run every time. We're going to have an automatic train in case it's passengers or mail. You'll see why in a minute. We're going to have the Baldwin. It's 15 days. That should be fine for sugar. So 15 days would be about a demand of 3, and that's more than we need. And how do I know that? I'm taking 15, dividing it into 50, the rule of 50, and 3 times 15 is 45. That line at that speed could support a demand of 3. Okay, so we've got sugar, we've got grain, we've got logs. Now all we need is the beer and meat, and that's going to come from here. Well, and here sorta. Whoops. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. This is going to be automatic as well, and it's going to be a Baldwin, and we're going to let it run. Let's get 1 going, and we're definitely going to want more than 1. And what did we finish? Ah, yes. We just turned Oklahoma City into a city. Now we need to get this at least one train running on this just to show that we have delivery capability from here to go to here. Otherwise, the logs and the grain and the sugar won't run. But now you can see it actually does. There's loads of sugar going to our warehouse, so good deal. And it probably would have gone anyway because we do have a train running this way, and it would see at least, if nothing else, it would see that there's some demand in Wichita, I suspect. Sugar, yeah, they have a demand, and they wouldn't have a full warehouse at this point. Okay, so, we're waiting on 2. All right, so we've got that going. Don't let that fool you because it's already dropping because now it's gone from settlement to city, and look at all this stuff that it needs. All right, let's keep going with this. We've got one more to do, I think. We've gotten wood, we've gotten grain, we've gotten sugar. I forgot corn. We need to get corn. So we're going to go up here, and we're going to run another set of tracks. Okay, another, like a queuing or shunting area, so that we can control the activity at these tracks and not have competition for these lines. So I'm going to put signals in here to make this go that way and that way. And then we're going to look at the existing line, and we're going to tell it that it needs to come out of track number 1. Okay. Then we're going to build a new line from here to the station. It can go through Wichita for now. We can build a little bypass later if we choose to. It'll be a freight line. It's going to be a Baldwin. It's going to there's no reason since it's going through here. Let's just have it go to Wichita in case there's something we can handle or we can carry, and we'll empty it. Make sure it's empty. Make sure it's not taking anything else out of Wichita, so it can devote its full attention to corn. 25 days would be a level 2 demand. That's way more than we need for Dodge City and Oklahoma City. All right, so that should be great for corn. So we got corn, sugar, grain, logs. We've got meat coming up. We should have meat in here even. Let's see. Not yet. Oh, you can see all the other stuff. You can see the grain coming. Logs are coming. Sugar's coming. The corn should be coming soon, I would think. And the line here, this one here, Wichita to Dodge City, we need to change this. This needs to actually, we need to let it, no, it's going the other way. All right, you're not going to Dodge City anymore. You're going here to this. 7.4 days, that's good. We'll then we're going to go here. Well, we're going to need a little more money. Okay. Then we're going to go here and we're going to put in a hotel. Now, why a hotel here? Because, well, one, I failed to finish off the one in Mission 2. I apologize for that. I got distracted. But the idea is that I've got 2 small cities here. So if I ran lines Wichita to Oklahoma City or Wichita to Dodge to Oklahoma City, whatever I did, I would have just like say, Wichita to Oklahoma City, one little town trying to run a train for it, or a little town trying to run a train for it. But 2 little towns kind of equal a regular town. So that should give us a decent line here if all our passengers from Oklahoma City go to that hotel, and all the ones from Dodge City go to that hotel who want to go up this way, and then everybody who wants to come down this way comes down from Wichita. So this line right here that is going to be running back and forth between Wichita and Thomas the Tank Engine should do very, very well. Okay, so the other thing we want is we've got a line right here that's Wichita to Oklahoma City. We really don't want that anymore. Where is it about to go into the station? Yeah, we'll let it go in and make us some money. There you go. It made us some money. And now we're going to edit it and take it off of that and put it over here. Okay. And you can see it's getting some mail that's going to the hotel. It's getting some meat that's going to the warehouse, and we're looking good. All right. So as soon as we get all the stuff we really, really need into here, these two should do fine. And what we've got to do is just check and get enough trains going through here. I'd like to have them hitting about every 5 days roughly. I'd like 2 more trains. There we go. Now we've got ourselves a line. See this? Look at all this passengers and mail. Beautiful. All right, so this area, and look at this. Both of them are diminishing right now, and they will do very, very well. Once, give it some time. And we've got a settler bonus we can offer in Oklahoma City as soon as we can afford it, which is about right now. Okay, so now we've got a settler bonus giving us extra fast growth here. We've got one over here giving us extra growth. So both of these should go up to 10,000, particularly once we turn everything around and they're not losing people again. Now the thing we want to do now, oh, well, this works. Beer works just fine in Dodge City. It can get the beer from this line and through its pass-through, and then it can send the beer over here, and beautiful. We can think about what would we like to have in Oklahoma City. And my preference, I mean, we could try to do some more advanced good that would be used down here. That would be fine. But my preference would be to have the next thing that's going to help these two grow. And that would be cloth. So what we're going to do is see the price of new production. A weaving mill is $374. Once we have 374, we're going to put that in here. And I want to do that first. There we go. Because you can get beat out on that by a computer owner, and they may or may not put what you want. See, that beer was perfectly acceptable there. But now we can go out here to Oklahoma City. We can expand the city a little bit with that weaving mill. And now what we'll have to do is get some, there's no wool anywhere close by, but that's all right. We're going to run a line from over here. So what we're going to do, I think, if we look at that, I think we can get a pretty good little shortcut here. We can go off of this, hook into, oh, it's a single track, isn't it? See, I hate single track. Have I ever mentioned that to you before? Just don't like it. Okay, we're going to go down here. We're going to double track this, which probably needs to be done anyway because of the volumes. We're going to have to rebalance everything here eventually. So let's go down here and come down here and double track that like that. And set the signals for this line here. That all should be good. Where are we on supply towers? Looking all right. So now what I'd like to do is have a line that goes, comes off here, and maybe hooks into this for a moment. We can swing outside that, I think. Yeah. And then double it back to here. Okay. And then we don't need to be going through this because there'll be a lot of waiting involved. So let's swing off of that track. Like maybe here. And we can go on down here. And go like that. Beautiful. Okay. And like, all right, what did I do? Did I mismatch them? Got one coming here. Comes in like, yeah, I did. That's a good way to test for it. Hover over it and you can see the white line. So I've got this track here. I managed to put it on the wrong, throw away what we're building and go here. And then we should be able to go from here all the way back over here. Okay. Oops. Set our signals. All is well with the world. Let's check our supply towers. I'm getting feedback from several people. You don't need too many supply towers, in particular on this one. I think that's probably true, but we're going to go like this and go to here. And we can see the schedule, what it wants to do, but I actually want it to go this way and stay away from that traffic. So I've got 2 waypoints I want it to hit like that. I want it to come out, hit this waypoint, so it goes this way and runs away from the traffic and uses this rather than going right straight through all the kind of downtown traffic, if you will. Take the bypass. Okay, so that's going to be a freight line running a bald one, and we'll save up a little money for that. That's 30 days. I know what I want to do. Sorry. Got to stop that. What I really wanted to do also is I wanted to set up another little shunt line over here. So we've got this line here. We're going to tell it to run out of track 1. Okay, and then we're going to open up another line out of track 2 that comes down here. And then double track it back like that, so it has its own private shunt line. And we'll set signals in here. Okay. And then we're going to set up a line from here going to, well, let's just do it bit by bit. Want it to go here, and then I want it to hit a milestone or a waypoint there, and then I want you to go over here. And then, see, it still wants to go back through town. I don't want that. I want you to hit this milestone there, or waypoint there. And you can be a freight train, a bald one. Takes 30 days. So let's check our... okay, I'm going to accept that. We can't afford that, but I want to figure out where's this offending track? Right here. Yeah. Let's just double check it. It should be good up through here. Yeah. All right. So let's see. There should be a. Oh, I killed it though, didn't I? Let me make sure. Let me see your routes. No, there's one right there. Let's edit this. I want it to come out of track 2 and run full. And then go down through there like that and like that. And now, if you see that, we could have just run cloth from here over there, but Oklahoma City needs some industry to grow, and it might as well be one that can contribute to that little cluster there. And finally, we can get this one off our list. And I think we're out to about here. And I keep seeing that one. I like to get rid of it too. All right, so 30 days. We need to go check how much do we really anticipate needing here. If we go to the cloth, it takes 1.6. So 30 days is probably actually pretty good. And we're not going to consume 1.6 anyway. between these two cities for quite a while. So it's not going to run at peak efficiency, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so we should be able to run both those trains. Now, I'm suspicious about why it's on that one. I think it may have queued up before we... No, it's coming out of 1. Why is it doing that? I want you out of 2. I told you this before. Confirm. Okay, next time we should do it correctly. Now let's just see his path. Yeah, now he's got it right. Okay. So, all right, we're getting double arrow growth here. We're at 82%, and we will have cloth soon enough. This will improve, and this will improve up to 100, and we should be very, very good in Dodge City for a while. And we should quickly turn around here. We've got everything they need coming, everything. So they should be good too. So we can just let this run for a while. This little 2-city cluster with our interesting little hotel setup, which let's see how that's doing. Look at this, 342 passengers and 345 mail bags already. So that's looking good. And this little line right here should be, that's kind of sort of making money. And this is that corn line, and it's not quite there yet. Now let's go over here. What are we trying to do? We're trying to grow this another 29,000. So let's see how we can get these cities back on track. 53.7. Corn. Well, there you go. Let's look at our flow of goods. Corn. 27%, 86. No, we're not shipping enough corn. It's being produced, we're not shipping it. So let's go here to this line that goes to Topeka, and that's 24 days. We're going to give it a partner. There we go. And we get some more corn. We bump up the corn delivery. That'll help. Then we look again and we say, okay, everything else looks pretty good. You got goods. It's either coming to you. There's a lot coming to them and not enough there. So that tells me something else. We've got this warehouse in the middle. It's probably got a lot of stuff in it. Yeah, look at this. We need more delivery capability. So we need more of the trains that are going Wichita, Topeka, that guy there. We've got them hitting about 5 days, and they need more than that. They're starting to consume more. In fact, let's take a look at that. Let's just slow down and take a look at what that means. If we look at Kansas City, it's actually consuming 26 wagons of goods a day. It's a very useful thing to know, and it should be higher, right? But it's consuming 26. I mean, we'd like it higher so it would grow. Topeka is 11. That's 26, 27, 37. Let's call it 40. And then Wichita is 30. So we're consuming 70. So if we're consuming 70, was that a day or a week? Well, it was a week, wasn't it? Yeah, a week. We're consuming 70 a week. That means we need to be getting 7 trains in there. That means that our average time for our route needs to be about 7 days in order to get goods over there fast enough. Well, if we look at this line, it's right now, it is 14 divided, it's 14 divided by 3. It's actually there, isn't it? That's interesting. How does that work? Huh. Theoretically, we have enough people here. So, So what I want to do right now is actually add 3 more stations to this network. I want freight stations up here. that can take this. We really need the corn or vegetables. If we look at veggies, satisfaction, almost nothing, almost nothing. So let's put in a freight station to the north up here of Topeka. And this is why we keep growing the city by putting stuff out so that we create more space for our lines. So let's go back as far as we can go back this way. I think like that. And let's put one over here. Look at how big Kansas City is. We can get way out here and just keep growing the city. And we will build a line that goes here to here. Now it's going to want to by default make tunnels. 5 degrees, I'm really not that awful. It's not awful. So what we'll do is see if we can do better with a bridge. Okay, this needs to go close as we can get it, makes it softer on this edge. Stretch it out, doesn't really help. What can we do to this? Can we soften it any? Not really. 5 and 9, I'll be honest with you, I think I'd just as soon have the tunnel. Oh wait, look, look at that. Take that out, now we've got 5 degrees and a bridge. I'll take that. We can double track it. We can put our gridirons on it to make signals and give it directions and give it a warehouse in the middle. And now we want to go down here and do another one. Okay, for Wichita, and we're going to just pull this out and run it right on up there. And let's get it off this mountain right here. There we go. And now we've got a big old tunnel, but it's 2 degrees, which isn't bad. What happens if we hit it right there? I think we're just maybe move this over this way a little bit. Now it's 3 degrees, but it's much cheaper and it's just fine. We'll go with that. By having that tunnel, we don't have to mess with any kind of competition or rechanging those lines, redoing the other lines or anything. And let's just see if we can get some more money. We might be able to at this point. Not quite. Well, I say not quite. We can't. You either can or you can't, and we can't. Okay. We'll build that. We'll double track it. We'll finally get that research done, and that puts us out to about here. So this would be nice. Oh, that would be very nice. The air horn, maximum speed increase. I should have saved up for that, actually. Oh, sorry. Sleep at the wheel there. Okay, let's get this thing, get our gridiron on it. we did we did this side and this. We need to set our signals and supply tower. Okay. So now, well, first of all, we're just going to run a train from here to here to here to here, and we're going to make it a freight train. We don't want to compete with our very profitable passenger line down there. It's 16 days. We'll confirm that. Okay. So this is improving. This is a way to improve the throughput here by not crowding up the line with more trains. So we can do a second one. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is put a warehouse here. Actually, we're going to put maintenance, and then we're going to put a warehouse. And in the warehouse, we're going to store, for now, veggies. Okay. What's that? Can't help the small breakdowns. And let's look at that line I mentioned here. It's 118,000 a week we're making on those two trains. And we haven't even cleaned up their lines. We're going to do that next after we get this going. All right, so we want to go up here and grab veggies. And we would love to get them on this side of the, our station's over here. Let's get them on this side of the tracks. Beautiful. We can do that. We have a small station out here that runs down and kind of parallels our fast trains. And where's that line? It's up here. Come in like that. Actually, that's pretty good. Double track that. Yep, and then go back up here and turn this into a small station here. Move this up. There we go. Okay. Now we need repairs. Or I mean supplies. We got them here. We're going to shift that up here. And we'll let this one get through before I delete. So let's set up a line between here, here. Oh. It won't go there. Why not? Because I forgot to put this on there. And that's going to be a long one because of that curve. Good Lord. That's all right. Actually, is that right? I only want two. Does it go all the way? It's probably going to be the same thing. I'm sure. I just want to make sure. If we set this on 2, I'm sure this is yeah, it's the same difference. Oh, for goodness sake! Come on. That'll have to do. All right. Signals. We got them. All right. Line from here to here. Running full. Freight. Okay. There we go. So that will start bringing veggies to these cities. That'll be good. And we're about out of time. But we will grab this while it's there. There's a connection bonus for something we should have done anyway. Some low-hanging fruit here where we can grab a nice little line. I think what we'll do with this one, let's drag it back a little bit. Like that. And that way we can pick up on a supply tower. It's going to need one. We can put one here and it'll work for this line as well if it's needed. And we'll put in our signals and run a line from here to here, running full, freight, Baldwin, go. That'll get us a bonus. Topeka has grown. What's that mean? Topeka is now at 60,000, nice, and 92% fulfillment. So it's going to keep growing for a while. And we look down here. We gained a little bit over the quarter, you notice. Planks. We don't have any planks. We're making planks right there. So why in the world would you be having trouble? You're not getting wood. All right. I would say there's a great chance we're not taking enough wood on this line over here. So our route is 8.4 days, and our wood demand in this area, our lumber, would be 3.3, 3.5, 5.5, 6.7.1, almost 8. We need our route to be down around 7 days. It's at 8, so let's throw another train on there and go. Because we really should. I mean, it would really help if this guy could get lumber, make planks, satisfy his own need for planks, which is what, 0.9. He's set up to make 1.6, which should be able to feed somebody else, but we're just not getting enough wood over here fast enough. And I see one thing I want to change. Oh, there's just so much. There's so much. I want to extend this. This is a busy place. I want to make it so that we can use at least 4 platforms. There. On both sides. I'd like for this to clear out a little bit. There's a lot of trains here. I hate to give them up, but at the same time, there's always going to be a lot of trains here. That's the whole idea. Go on in there, buddy. There you go. Good job. All right, let's extend this out. And make this 4. Beautiful. And we just finished. Nice. Okay. So next time, we're going to go to Camp Raton, Omaha to Camp Raton, weapons. It's only our own weapons depot. I think we've seen that already in the southeast. And clothing to Denver, meaning we're going to have to grow Denver. No problem. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to kind of go into competition with our buddy here. Does that mean we can start buying him? It does not. But we can go into competition with him. All right. And we'll deal with that in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for more Railway Empire 2 videos. Thank you.